Hey everyone, it's Dr. K. So right now, Houston weather is pretty hot outside, and we have to be very mindful of the potential for developing a heat-related illness. So how do the top professional athletes in the world, train in the summer heat? One, they choose the right clothing. So if they know they're going to do higher activity levels outside during peak heat, they're thinking about practicing without excessive clothing or heavy clothing. This is going to allow their bodies to sweat and evaporate to actually cool down. And then, basically it's going to help the body better adapt to the heat. Now, the first few days of training during peak summer heat, you should think about getting your body acclimated to the heat by spending more and more time outside during the time frame that you're going to be exercising. So if your run is at 5 p.m., you're going to spend more and more time leading up to that training session outside at 5 p.m. to allow the body to prepare to take on the heat. Another way we can prepare ourselves is by not forgetting to include several water breaks and cutting back on training time when we need to. Now, when we're thinking about assessing our risk factors, we also need to think about post-workout. And so you should have some way to monitor any body weight changes to assess your hydration level before and after your workout. So, if you just measure your body weight for 3 consecutive days, you can establish what a normal baseline body weight is for you while it's hydrated. And then, when you're doing this, you want to also make sure that you're taking measurements on the same scale at the same time of day. So that way, this helps you develop what a well-hydrated status looks like and what you can expect post-workout. Now, once you have your baseline measurement in place, there's a plus or minus 1% of your baseline value on any normal given day. So if you see extreme swings in your baseline value, then, that could tell you that you might be showing signs of being dehydrated. You can always also look at your urine color to monitor the hydration status throughout the day. So urine normally should be pale yellow or straw colored. A urine color chart has been developed and validated in the athletic population, and it should be basically assessed midstream with optimal lighting when you're considering your color. So clear urine is not an ideal goal for hydration. Actually indicates maybe you're overhydrating, which has its own potential fatal consequences. To prevent excess dehydration, though, we have to stay hydrated, which again is no greater than 2% of your body weight loss from water deficit. So having a starting guide of 7 to 10 ounces of water every 20 minutes is pretty sufficient for most individuals. But if you're doing longer durations of activity and have hotter conditions, you might think different about your fluid replacement protocols. So after exercise, weigh yourself, look at replacing the fluid loss, and then from there, you just assess all the other risk factors that might be coming in over time. If you're working out with a partner, also think about them, because this is a great way for you to keep an eye on them too. So common things to look out for in yourself or your partner are dizziness, cramping, nausea, vomiting, or confusion with altered mental statuses. These are all things that might suggest an emergency is occurring, and you should kick in your action plan. So I hope this gives you some insight into some ways to, not only hydrate during the upcoming training season, but also, be aware of any risk factors out there and how you can train during peak heat. If you have any questions, let me know. Stay strong, inspire others.